Hi everybody, I hope you're having a great day. In this video, I'm going to be covering the Future State Famine. He made his first appearance in Future State, The Flash, issue number 1, that was released in March of 2021. He also possessed the famous speedster Wally West, while originally being one of the 4 horsemen of Apocalypse. Naturally having red eyes and white hair with pale gray skin, but while he possessed Wally, he was in a male human form that stood 6 feet tall and weighed 175 pounds, then having white eyes and red hair. But either way, he's a powerful assassin that can hardly be stopped. Now, long ago, Famine became a Speed Force conduit that was almost on a cosmic level. And as such, we know that his physiology has all of the aspects of other speedsters, in addition to 1 or 2 other things. Naturally then, he has vast superhuman speed, which is basically immeasurable. And along with this comes vast superhuman agility and reflexes. Not to mention what has to be considered vast stamina. He also has considerable moderate superhuman durability, seeing as how the Speed Force aura protects all speedsters from kinetic impacts. Basically, we can easily assume that he's one of the fastest beings in the DC universe so far as moving through space, with not even light speed being a limit. Now, in addition to this, he also has an accelerated healing factor, being able to heal from most wounds within a matter of seconds, as well as being able to vibrate his very molecules so fast that he can phase through solid objects. Not to mention the little known fact that most speedsters have an enhanced perception as well, being able to perceive and think far faster than normal humans. To go on, something that sets Famine apart from other speedsters is that he has this enhanced ability to actually absorb life energy from other individuals, as well as exhibit a certain degree of control over the Speed Force itself so that he can take the Speed Force from other speedsters. Not to mention actually possessing the body of speedsters, in particular Wally West. Now, all we know is a very long time ago, the entity known as Famine, who was one of the biblical 4 horsemen of the apocalypse, became trapped in the Speed Force. Around about the year 2022, he freed himself from the Speed Force cage and possessed the body of Wally West, who was a superhero speedster that we know as one of the Flashes. Then as Famine, having an insatiable hunger for speed, he stole the Speed Force from Barry Allen, removing his connection to the Speed Force while taking his abilities and adding it to his own. From there, we'd see the Famine-possessed Wally break into the Teen Titans Academy and attack the young speedster who is Wally's cousin, known as Wallace West, draining him of the Speed Force and of his life energy, leaving him for dead. But Wallace wouldn't be the only speedster that Famine would be directly responsible for taking their life. In subsequent years after this, Famine would also get to the other members of the Flash family, literally taking all of the abilities from all of them, while simultaneously going on a murderous spree around the world, draining people of their life energies. One notable spree that he had is when he eventually took out all of the global guardians in Kahndaq, which would actually cause an international diplomatic incident between this eastern country and the US. His global rampage would even take him to Mount Fuji, Japan, where he would attack the Cobra Cult, taking out Slipknot by taking off his head, while also taking out King Cobra by absorbing all of his energies until he was left a dead husk. Subsequent to this, luckily, Barry Allen and a few other unpowered speedsters would break through to Wally West's mind, which was helplessly trapped while Famine controlled his body. This was achieved by an advanced but modified thinking cap that allowed speedsters to communicate with each other within their minds. While within this mindscape, Wally would let Barry know that he was a slave to another force called Famine. But unfortunately, the Horsemen had already detected their appearance and managed to grab Jay Garrick's projection. After feasting on his mind energy, it would cause him to have a heart attack in the real world, adding to his list of speedster victims. However, when Famine tried to feed on Barry's psychic form, the speedster was able to escape. Although it seems as if Famine will continue to feed upon Barry Allen in the future. This is due to Barry having a unique form of hope, seeing as how he never gives up on saving the day. His strong mind will likely always put up a strong resistance to being absorbed by Famine. Now, Due to his powers and abilities, and his brief yet influential influence on the DC Universe, for my 1 to 10 rating, I'll give Famine a rating of 8, which is an unforgettable rating. I hope everyone enjoyed this video. I'll talk to you next time. Be sure to like, subscribe, and join the new Sage.